Well, he started his match with a golden break last night, and the 9 thought about it for a moment, but this is set up nicely.
Inside the 3 to play the red 3 in the same corner. That's the blue 2.
Yeah, break and run sends a message to your opponent. Look at it.
5 break and runs last night, which is as much as we've had in this tournament. You're trying to also set the tone for the entire day with yourself, basically. Just like we saw here in a couple shots. That way he'll take the 8 in the other corner. Not that the 8 doesn't pass by the 9. This tells me the 8 has more room than I thought. Didn't really question it at all.
You talked about setting the tone there, Jay. Well, the golden break did set the tone last night. There's a little bit of figuring out to do on that 8-9 combination, but he's done it, and Fedor Gorst leads Jayson Shaw.
On the 9. That really got Jayson going. Watch out, cue ball.
Foul shot.
He's made 2 on the break, and really look at the blue.
Just shows no matter how well you're playing and no matter how much rhythm you might have, you can never legislate for that happening. Far more likely than not, we'll swiftly level here.
A great match in his opener, and then again had to play the late one last night, which I don't think does favors for any players. We've seen that with SVB, both his matches. He struggled today, but I think that's going to help Jayson. No reason to.
Very quickly we've arrived at 1-all. I just talked.
Wow. Definitely always drama with the cue ball on the break. Near it, the push out becomes difficult because the safety becomes so easy in return. All right, went for the bank, and I don't blame him. I didn't realize that was available. Playing a bit of a 2-way. Well, what happens is, good effort there, holding the cue ball. That's about all he could do, and take his chances where the blue 2's going. And he missed it wide, just like that. It was actually didn't even catch the point.
Shaw started this tournament in fine style. Complete opposite of last year when he lost his first match 9-1. And that was after losing the first rack to Lucius Yap. Totally different, of course, last night. As mental discussed, fluke in rack 17, which took him to the hill at 9-8.
Carl Boyd said he's known Jayson since he was 10 years old. I tell you, I would have liked to seen Jayson as a kid.
Have that American twang in his accent back then. It was all Glasgow, I'm sure.
I believe it, but just may start at 10 years old in the pool room.
In both of the next 2. And he's delivered both times. The Shaw leads for the first time. 2-1.
Yeah, a lot of 9-ball movement there. We'll get another look here in a moment. That's a... on the string there, Michael.
Up with Skylar Woodward to face Shaw and FSR in the doubles on the Friday night.
Take his eye off the prize here with the red 3, but definitely some work. So I don't figure he'll try to open these. Probably play off the brown 7 to the short side of the black 8. Little preference, he's going around it. That's got to go a little bit to make things easy, or let's say a little more controllable.
So we're level again at 2-all.
American side was about 2023, and for Fedor Gorst, it was about his future. You know, 2023 is just happened to be where it started. bump off the pink here into a go before the Derby. Like, asked about his life and his career, and he started, I think, pool at 9 years old. But I think his interest and maybe, of course, influence from I think playing the bank. Yeah, a little quick with the delivery there and what.
He was under a bit of pressure there. Didn't have an extension left to use. But played it to perfection nonetheless. Well, against someone who plays such an efficient game as Fedor Gorst, second time. So Jayson Shaw had his chance to turn that round. But he had a miss. Fedor Gorst got back in and he leads.
And the difference in one. A good feel, and you feel like you're a favorite this way as well. Snooker, I don't believe so anyway when shooting the blue 2, just in case he missed, but I think that was a little the punishment. This is just a little added. I always thought, yeah, okay, he was trying to get to the left. Thought that was.
He just left himself unexpected, but a simple 9. And for the first time, either way, there's more than one rack in it. Fedor Gorst has won 3 in a row.
He's hit that with a lot of speed. Is he trying to get behind the 6? Yeah, it's going to help a bit. Yeah, pretty smart shot. That was totally by design, trying to clip the.
Foul shot. Falling hand.
I was going to say that. Surprised he's not shooting the 2 on the other side and rolling forward into position. A lot of times your touch, you know, your peripheral vision, everything going forward with the straight on the pink coming across. Much better stroke there from Eagle Eye.
Sheffield, he's been a regular on the outside tables at matchroom events over the last couple of years. This is his first chance to get out there into the an opportunity as much as he has, and he's done first-class job all week. Really, at the moment, it's a story of them both just picking off the chances they're being left by each other to make something happen. Jayson Shaw really needed that one, didn't he, after losing all in 23.
Yeah, what a great event that Perry Open was. It was kind of labeled a warm-up. But that's annoying. Tough. Does he play short side? Okay, he can kill the cue ball for the red 3 in the side.
Yeah, touch out of position. He's recovered the situation. Pretty much the shortest rack of the match so far.
Jayson, the way he swings the pool cue, I feel like he would have been really good at any sport he played or desired to play.
Back problems he's been having. As a result of that, he's been spending a lot more time swimming, and he feels so much the better for it. Jayson Shaw's first breaking run of the match.
He's Whirlpool Masters. But yeah, shout out to, you know, it says on there, in partnership with Billiard Sports, who has been such an influence not only in the Philippines for many decades, more and more how important this push out is, and it seems to come up at the most crucial times. Really a two-way there, which is what you normally want. It's all about having good speed and touch here when you're in a bad spot, and that's exactly what he. Considering he'll take that, and how good. Prettiest shot and pull to me, Michael. Cutting the ball down the rail past the side.
He wasn't feeling that was very pretty for
I believe it was SVB that got down against
Duong Kwa Kwang.
That's right, and just that sometimes a little easier on the red 3.
Well, there was so much anticipation of this. It's been absorbing stuff. Certainly an eventful first 9 racks. And having it one. Jayson Shaw has won 3 in a row. He's back in front at 5-4.
Shaw's technique and his hardware. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The thing to me, of course, anytime we know when you play with the he wants to continue the run after the kiss shot. And this is what I was wondering, is he going to get anything? He's trying to play to off the pink. He's going to get a nice shot here on the pink, considering. That a little thick. Is it going to have enough speed? Yes, it is.
Finishes with the 9 in the side to level things up again at 5 apiece.
But you don't get down and break the balls like that, you know, and you'll notice he doesn't take a long time down. You kind
We were saying earlier, he's made a very good life for himself in the US.
and all those same events and more events coming, but they're all going. The end of the tournament. Oh, wow.
Yeah, nice way to close it out.
Roy has got the 1 and the cue ball on a string. This is going to open up for another nice shot on the blue. Yeah, it's funny. There's a player from years ago that David wasn't, but probably another 10 or maybe 15 years later that the template was really starting to be, especially because You know, you don't want the balls hopping out of that template. More of a running kind of action, and you know, the better the break is.
As Gorst has just shown on that green 6.
Yeah, a little bit. Created maybe a little bit of a kick on the green 6 as well. Combination of both has let Shaw back in it.
And that's as close as Gorst ever comes to looking. It looked as though Gorst was going too clear again. He didn't. An unexpected miss let Shaw back.
He's going to be thin. Purple could cause a scratch. Pretty nice shot, but a big tester coming here on the red 3. Not much.
Wow. Have you ever seen a shot like that?
I made a big mistake on the green 6 in the last rack, and whatever punishment I get from here is a little bit on me.
So rack number 13. Let's see it out. To lead for the first time since 5-4, but hang about. It's that 6 again for the second rack in a row. It's provided a real turning point. Well, Shaw is seething on himself. And it's turned into one of those matches now.
You have to ease the mind after big flukes sometimes as well.
So for the second rack in a row, this time it's Gorst who capitalises. He leads once again at 7.
Bit fortunate there. I think the cue ball was going to get lost, and it would have been on him. There were no kids. He dug on that ball so much.
Foul shots.
Yeah, that's 2. He's kind of let up on a hair. One early that was triple tough. Thought that one looked like a hanger after the blue 2.
He ate on the way over. Really thumped into it. And again, it looks like another rack that's...
I'm going to keep it simple here. Ball's in. Uh-oh. This is going to come up the rail. Missed that by some piece. Well, there used to be a... All right, this has got to have good speed. It's going to come open.
There's only been more than one in it at one stage. It was when it was 4-2 Gorst.
Yeah, it's been some great pull at times, but definitely.
And we're level yet again. It was 1-all, it was 2-all, 4-all, 5-all.
Well, looks to be a dry break. One's gonna, I wouldn't say dress up, but definitely. Yeah, that was the other part of it. Unless he. Bit of fortune. Okay, did go at it. It's gonna slow down. Gonna be all right.
Even when Gorst won 3 in a row earlier in the match, and then Shaw had his run of 3 racks
Slick
on the bank.
table can kind of fool you at times. Okay, got a little bump, and I thought he may entertain something on the brown 7. Like it, you may have a pretty easy safety. He seems pretty convinced he's okay from the proximity of the 7 ball. Kind of play shots where the 8-9 are, to where you can make the cue ball and the 8 ball cling a little bit to where it can. Oh, he's gotten perfect. He just used that side of the pocket.
So Shaw had 7-all. He broke dry here. And Gorst is ahead once more at 8-7. He's
I'll tell you, trying to produce something. Go behind the green 6, trying to use the 5 and the 6 for cover. Looks like he's got just in between, so Eagle Eye will have a look. Really shocked he elevated there versus just leveling out.
timely opportunity here. It's fair to say neither of them has quite produced the display.
It doesn't take much to really get your mind off any ball as a spectator, because you never know.
Made to absolute precision. And at last, someone has a bit of daylight again. It's Fedor Gorst. He leads 9-7.
I'll tell you, the break is cleanly staying away from the 4-5 when he comes to cushions. Does not want to get jacked up. Great on the pink. Just enough for the cut shot will do. A little cleaner delivery there. Back for the cut.
For the second time in this semi-final, Fedor Gorst has won 3 in a row, and he now leads.
Well, there's going to be no scratch. The 2's going to open up. Really help the confidence going into the final. Cue ball needs to go. This is going to fall behind a little funny, but not bad.
Favourite against Ko Ping Chung. He just switched his allegiances to the US that week. Everything seemed to be written for him to take.
Yeah, what you got to appreciate.
We talk about it so often in all sports. The great teams and the great players come with the big finish when they really, really need it.
Maybe works the cue ball off the black to the 9. Okay, struck it really well.
And Shaw must be losing hope now. Job just about done. An appetising final. Fedor Gorst from 7-all has pulled away with 4 racks in a row to defeat Jayson Shaw by 11 racks to 7, and he'll be back on the table in a couple of hours.